You guys, I have the new Fantasy Cosmetica collection. I also have the highlighters from Urban Decay, and we're just going to use some other products that I just want to test out more. So if you're ready for episode 2 of What's New in Makeup, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I have a huge passion for makeup, especially eyeshadow palettes. So if you like that type of content, highly recommend subscribing because there's so many channels on YouTube. I'd hate for you to lose me on the big ol' World Wide Web, and also turn on that bell so you're notified every time I post. Without further blabbering, let's get into it. So I just have my primer on. I use the Milk Makeup Hydro Glow Primer today. I actually picked this up with my own money when they launched it, and I don't wear it all the time because sometimes I'm doing my makeup at the end of the evening and I don't really need to use a groupie primer for that. So when I'm doing my makeup, then I usually use this one, which I'm trying to pan actually. I've got about this much left of the bottle, so that's a little project, not anything official, but I just wanted to mention that the glow on my face is that primer. Now, I've been loving my ABH foundation, so I'm going to wear that today. But first, I want to go ahead and put on some concealer. I was watching back my first video of like testing new makeup, and my under eyes are looking so rough, you guys. I really need to get more sleep. I mean, I think everybody says that at my age, so yeah, I really need to like try and make a more conscious effort of going to bed before midnight. And usually I'm in bed, but then I'm not tired, so then I'll like sit and scroll my phone till like 12:30. Sometimes 1 o'clock I'll be like watching shows. So I really just need to make it my mission to put my phone down, stop scrolling, and just like close my eyes and like count sheep or something. But the under eyes are looking rough. Is there like actual procedures you can do to like eliminate the sunkenness of your eyes? Because if there's any like estheticians out there, I would love to know. I really want to go like get a consult just to like see. I'm just so curious because I really know nothing about like Botox or filler or anything. So I'd love to like just get like some more information, but I'm going to use you guys as my resource because I know some of you are wicked smart. Some of you have experiences, so let me know if you have any intel. But I feel like for a non-cosmetic procedure, that Sigma under eye corrector really brightens and kind of almost like fills in my under eyes a little bit, just makes them look a little less sunken in, which makes this very tired mom very happy. So I'm going to put on concealer later, but let's go ahead and get into the ABH foundation. Now, I've been demoing this. You guys are probably sick of it, but here's the thing, right? It's 2025. I told you guys I was going to try and make an effort to not buy everything, especially with it being start of the year, and there's already so many beautiful foundations coming out, but this is the one I was like most interested in, so I did buy it and I want to freaking wear it, okay? So if you want to skip to the portion of the video where I'm talking about the Fantasy Cosmetica launch, or if there's like any portion of this video that you're more interested in, I would just say maybe skip over because I want to use my makeup. I want to use it on camera. I want to show you guys that I'm wearing my makeup. So here we go. But this foundation is so beautiful. I will say from what I saw on Instagram, they could definitely work on their shade range, so I'm not happy about that. I feel like it's 2025. I would really like to see brands working towards expanding their shade ranges even more. I also struggle with picking out my shade because I wasn't sure how to pick based off of the pictures they had on the Sephora website, but I ended up getting medium neutral and it actually worked out. It's a little bit warm, but I feel like honestly for my complexion it doesn't look orange and it like really looks good, so I'm really excited about that. This is definitely not one of those foundations where you put it on and it doesn't look like you have makeup on. It definitely to me looks like I have makeup on. But I really love the finish. It definitely blurs and it has like a natural matte kind of finish, but It's a lovely foundation. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it's not like a flat matte. It's definitely one of my favorite things I've tried in 2025 so far. Okay, so I'm not going to use a new product for concealer. I don't think I have a new concealer, so I'm just going to use my Natasha Denona concealer. Did you guys see her new blushes? Oh my gosh, they look so lovely. I think they launch on Sephora today actually, so I need to go peek. I was gonna get one on her website. I wasn't sure what shade to get, so I decided to wait, and I feel like I've been so overwhelmed with blush. I mean, I love blush, but it's so overwhelming, and blushes are so expensive, so I held off because I just got the new Patrick Ta ones and 2 from YSL, so I've been trying to take it easy. But listen, this Natasha Denona concealer, it came out a while ago. I think it's like, what, 2 or 3 years old at this point, but don't sleep on it. It's such a good, like, flawless concealer, and with this new ABH foundation, I feel like so bulletproof. I really like this foundation, in case you can't tell. So that's one new product and one not so new product that I wanted to show you guys. And then I did get the contour from Rare Beauty, and I wore this in my video yesterday. It's the shade Serene. I think this is too much. I think I just need to do 1 dot, but I just did 2, as you saw. And so I'm gonna just like I'm gonna take the extra and put it on my forehead, because I think that the first time I used it, it was just too much to have 2 drops. I think just 1 is better for me, and it's beautiful. It's like blendable, it's nice, and I like it. I don't think you need to run out and buy it, of course, if you already have a liquid bronzer, but if you end up panning your liquid bronzer, you might want to take a look at this. And yeah, it's just super easy to use, so I love that for me. I also washed a bunch of my brushes last night. I was very proud of myself. Just winning at life today. But yeah, really like that too. So that's a new product at Sephora as well. So just been wanting to test that out even more. Okay, so this bronzer isn't super new or anything, but I thought I could use it. This is the RMS bronzer, and I got this last year, and I really like to go over my cream bronzer with a powder bronzer. So that's what I'm doing. And then I've been loving to set my under eyes with my Makeup by Mario powder. And I just use this poof that I got with the Rare Beauty pressed powder. And so I just use a bunch of this to set my under eyes. And then I usually like to put some on around my mouth and my nose. So most of my base is done. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and put on some eyeshadow primer, and I'll be right back to test out the new Fantasy Cosmetica eyeshadow palette with you guys. Okay, I zoomed you guys in a little bit closer so you could see my face when I play with the makeup. So first, let's talk about the new Monk palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. This is so exciting. This color story is so pretty. I swatched it, and I was just like thinking of sunflowers, which are one of my favorite flowers. Just happy sunshine in a palette. Love that for us. So let me go ahead and show you guys some swatches and close-ups and talk a little bit about this launch. So this is the Monk palette. The palette's going to retail for $38.99. And we also have a perfume. So this perfume is so beautiful. But before I talk about the perfume, let's talk about the palette really quick. So as you can see, this particular palette theme is the Monk, and it's got that beautiful stained glass packaging to it. We've got a monk on the front, and I am from a country where Buddhism is the main religion, and our monks look a little different, but I get the vibe. It's very beautiful, and on the inside we have a mirror, and then we have 9 stunning shades. So we've got 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. And I love this 9-pan palette format that Fantasy Cosmetica does. It's very edited, and I think that's wonderful. So we have the shade How, which is a beautiful marbly iridescent shade. It's gorgeous. Stun is a beautiful bright yellow. Channel is a mustard. Energy is like a peachy orangey shade, and then Flurry is a beautiful orangey shimmer with lots of blue marbled in it. Strike is a beautiful yellow gold. Timeless is a beautiful matte orange. Deflect is a beautiful coppery tone, and then Stillness is a beautiful dark brown shade. So the palette is absolutely stunning. Cannot wait to put it on my eyes. And then with this collection, we also have a fragrance launching, and this is the Monk fragrance, I guess it's called. And it says, enjoy the mystic scent of top notes of cherry blossom, crisp greens, lemon peel, aloe, and then the heart is matcha tea, rose, marine accord, muguet, sorry. And then we've got the base of driftwood, sandalwood, and musk. And I sprayed this on before I started filming just because I wanted to like wear it and see. And I really like this fragrance. It's fresh, but it's not like overly zesty fresh. I can definitely smell the tea in this. I can smell the bergamot. I can smell the lemon peel. I love it. I love it. I don't know what else to say, but it's fresh without being obnoxious in your face fresh. I know some people don't love like fresh linen scents and stuff like that. This does not smell like that. It's definitely more fruity, florally. First of all, it feels like I want to put it all over my body, but I also feel like it would make the most beautiful like dishwashing fragrance or like a laundry fragrance. I don't know. I really, really like it. I'm shocked because I don't love a lot of fragrances, so I'm going to keep wearing this, but this is the new fragrance from Fantasy Cosmetica, part of the Monk collection, so I'm super pumped about that. My nose decided to be itchy, but I'm extra pumped about this eyeshadow palette, so let's go ahead and play with it. I'm definitely going to dive into the yellows because I feel like I need to. Like, I'm definitely obligated. So I'm going to start off with the shade Stillness, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner, of course. But this is such a fun color story. It's definitely a commitment. I'm so curious to see what people think of this because either you're going to love this palette and you're going to want it, like, right away. Like, you're going to be like, okay, Fantasy Cosmetica, where can I send my debit card? Or you're going to be a little bit hesitant. And I was definitely a little bit intimidated when I saw it because for me, yellows are such a tough sell because I feel like they always blend away into my skin tone. But when I swatch this, it just looks so pretty. I'm really excited for it. I feel like it's a very niche color story, but if you like these colors, you know it's going to be a great palette for you. So I'm just taking this little blending brush and I'm putting that brown shade on the outer corner. Sometimes I put the deepening up shade in last, but today I felt like starting off with the deepening up shade because I'm curious to see how the yellows will react with this one. So let's just go into Stunned, which is the gorgeous bright yellow shade, and I'm going to try and like mostly pack this on instead of like blending it too much. So I'm gonna stamp it all over my lid and in my crease. So yesterday's video was my Gourmand Girls video, and then today we have Fantasy Cosmetica, and then I think I'm gonna have the Cosmic Beauty reveal on Monday, or maybe they'll reveal it sooner. I don't know, actually. I think I was told Monday, but make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on any of these palette reveals. But honestly, that is one of the most pigmented yellows I've ever dealt with in my career on YouTube, because I swear I am such a sucker for a good yellow, but it never shows up on me or it'll like blend away, which I mean that could still happen here, but I feel like I will do my best to have it stay nice and pigmented. But wow, that is so pretty. So pretty. I'm gonna add some more after I put on the shimmer shade. I debated which shade, but I think I have to use the shade How on the lid. It's just too stunning, and I'm super curious to see how it'll pair with the shades. But man, I kind of wish this was my eye look. It's so cute, like a matte look, but that yellow is just so chef's kiss. Okay, let's use a Fantasy Cosmetica brush, why don't we, to pick up How. And look at that. It's so pigmented. I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to start on the edge here. If I stop talking, you know, I'm like just enjoying the process. I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm busy. I'm busy. This is such a pretty color. It's got like yellow, orange shifts to it. It's so stunning. I stopped it right before I went all the way to the outer corner because I'm going to add more of that brown shade to add some depth, but holy smokes. Okay, so for eyeliner today, we use the Natasha Denona eyeliner in the shade Fushi. This is from the Yuka collection, and it's a great mustardy eyeliner in case you guys are looking for one. Okay, so I'm going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Stun, which is the beautiful yellow that I used in the crease, and I'm just going to tap that right onto the lower lash line, trying really hard not to blend again so that it doesn't like blend away. Okay, so I'm going to take the blending brush I used and I'm just going to run that on the outer corner into the lower lash line a little bit. Okay, so the eye look is almost done. I'm just going to take the pencil brush and I'm going to go into the shade How, but I'm going to go into the lightest part of that marble shadow. Ooh, we picked up a lot of shimmer. Let's see. I'm just gonna tap a little bit on the inner corner. Oh yeah. I definitely picked up some of the more fiery yellow portions of that shade. And it's just looking so pretty in the inner corner. So before I go off camera and do mascara, I want to use this palette. So this is the Makeup Forever face palette, and I bought it a while ago, and I've had it sitting in my makeup to test section forever. And it has this beautiful like orangey shade that I thought would pair so well with this look. So I'm going to go into that and try it with this look. We'll see how it looks. Oh wow, this shade kind of reminds me of Singe. Is it Persimmon? Persistent Persimmon, but a cream version. I'm going to take a little bit of that shade next to it too to add a bit more color. Wonder if I can mix them. Is that weird? This is like very gently pigmented compared to what I was expecting, which is honestly quite nice because you can just build it up versus going totally damage control mode, you know, when you put on like way too much. But that's cute. It's like a little bit dewy, a little bit adorable. I don't know when in my life I'm going to need this much cream blush. But I was so curious about this and they had a good sale going on, so I did grab it. And then we've got some highlighters on the other side. So should I try one of these or should I try the Urban Decay? I keep forgetting about the Urban Decay. Maybe I'll just try one of these. The Urban Decay, I think I need to like swatch out and stuff. So let's do this shade right here. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. It's like a champagne color. It's definitely one of those highlighters where your face looks a little bit wet, which I don't mind, but I'm curious to see how long wearing that is. So I'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. And then for my lip shade, I was talking about these MAC lipsticks I picked up as part of their nude collection. So I wore Iconic Photo in my last video. So today I'm going to try Hodgepodge, and this is a sleek satin shade. And I watched my friend Amanda on YouTube, her video where she did swatches of a bunch of these, and then I picked up the more brown nudes that I was interested in. So I'll link her channel down below in case you guys want to check it out. But I figured last night when I wore Iconic Photo, I should have probably lined my lips a little. So let me line my lips quick and then we'll try on Hodgepodge. Okay, so for lip liner, I use a shade, ooh, this is Limitless Brown from Makeup Forever. Such a beautiful brown lip liner. A must-have in case you guys are, you know, looking for a good brown. And this is Hodgepodge. I'm so excited. This looks like it's a darker brown. compared to Iconic Photo. This is a cool tone brown and I'm kind of loving it with this eye look. So yeah, that is the whole vibe. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face, throw on some mascara, and I'll be right back to give you guys my thoughts on all the new things I tried out today. Okay friends, so here is the finished look. I went with some really bright earrings because I was feeling like a tropical bird. So let me know if you're feeling the vibe. But I picked these up from a polymer clay shop and I don't know which one. They're quite a bit old, but I just think they're so fun and colorful and they are making me feel like spring even though it is cold and snowy outside. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the new stuff I tried out today. I'm gonna sound like a broken record because I have shown you guys these things quite recently, but I feel like I don't want to feel bad about that, okay? Because people want to know that we're using the same things, and so here I am using the same things. So far, second time wearing this, and I think it's beautiful. Definitely less is more with this product. I think the last time I wore it, I put a little too much on, but today it looks absolutely beautiful. And then just to talk more about cream products, this Makeup Forever HD Skin Blush and Glow Palette. I'm so glad I tried this. I was so curious about this product, but I just could not bring myself to pay full price on it. So over the holiday season, it was on sale and then I got 20% off. So I think I paid about $40 on this and I think it retails like closer to $90. So that was really fun and so far I like it. Of course, I've only tried 3 of the shades, but you guys know I love cream products. So love the size of this. This could be like a fun little travel friendly item or something to put in my Shop My Stash. So definitely got some ideas with what to do with that in the future. Like I said, I've been loving the ABH foundation, so I'm curious to know if you guys have tried it, but this is what it looks like once I got all my makeup on and I have it set down. I think it's a beautiful foundation and definitely a favorite for 2025 so far. I did also use the Pretty Fresh setting spray that ColourPop sent me. That's a newer product that I was testing out today. And then as far as my lip color today, this is a beautiful cool tone brown lipstick. I do prefer the shade of Iconic Photo just a little bit because I'm so into those terracotta shades, but I'm so glad I picked this up. It's so fun to have some MAC lipsticks in my collection. A few years ago, I actually decluttered all my MAC lipsticks, so I don't think I have any MAC lipsticks in my collection until I picked these ones up. So it's really, really fun to have 2 shades. That's all I need though. I'm not going to get any more, but it was fun that they launched some of their cult favorite nudes and also some new shades, and I took full advantage and picked up some shades that I wanted. Now last but certainly not least, the beautiful Fantasy Cosmetica Monk collection. I'm actually really impressed with this. Like I said, I think this is a beautiful fragrance. I'm not super into florals and things like that, and I think this is a perfect balance of fresh and floral, and I can definitely smell that matcha, which I've tried other matcha scents. Like I tried the replica matcha scent and I wasn't too into it, but this one's nice. It's got that mix of apple blossom and bergamot and so many fragrances, but it's a lovely fresh fragrance. It almost feels powdery, like the smell of powder, but it's not like super powdery artificial smelling. So it's a good one. I hope I'm doing a decent job of describing it. I generally feel like I get along really well with the Fantasy Cosmetica fragrances I have. They usually send the notes of the fragrance so you can decide if you want it or not. And I feel like I know when I read the notes of some fragrances that I'm gonna like it or I'm not gonna like it. And this one I was kind of on the fence. And now that I've smelled it, I do like it. I am very, very excited to have that. And then last but certainly not least is the palette. Again, like I said when I was demoing this, I was a little bit anxious because yellows tend to scare me because they just kind of like blend off into the bliss with my skin tone. But I feel like this yellow shade in Stun is really holding up and I'm super pumped about that. I feel like this palette is going to be so beautiful for like a orangey look and just lots of warm yellow looks. This palette reminds me so much of the Naked, oh my gosh, it was the gold Naked palette, and I don't have that palette anymore. Oh no, it was the Naked Honey, right? That's what it was called, the yellow palette. But the formula is just so much better. So I'm so happy they did this color story. It's perfect for springtime. Like I said, the colors remind me of sunflowers, and I just feel like they nailed it. So I'm very excited to have that in my collection. Formula is great. The mattes were so easy to work with, and the shimmer shades foiled so beautifully on the lids. I only used one shimmer, but I'm very impressed. So those are my thoughts on the Fantasy Cosmetica palette. So the Monk collection is launching on the 29th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard, which is 11 a.m. Central Time, which is my time zone. I do have a discount code with Fantasy Cosmetica. It's KHMAKEUP, and you'll save a little bit of money on their website. You, of course, don't have to use my code, but I would highly recommend using a code because it's always fun to save some money. And I also saw they just announced their Harvest of Souls palette is going to be available at the same time. And that palette might be one of my most favorite palettes of 2024. I haven't ranked my palettes yet, but it's definitely coming. And that's going to be in the top 10, I'm pretty sure. And it's a lovely palette, great color story, and you can pick it up because it did sell out, and so they're bringing it back on the 29th. So shop as much as you like or as little as you like, but I try to keep you guys posted on any makeup updates and makeup news, and that was a good one because I know a lot of you are waiting for that palette to restock so you can get your hands on it. So that is everything for today's What's New in Makeup video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, definitely hang around. YouTube should be popping up some suggestions for you guys to check out. If this is all the time you have today, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Give this video a thumbs up. It's a free way to support all of your favorite creators. And I will catch you guys in another video very soon.